Hey gang, Chad Madden here, and I want to share something really exciting with you. So right now it's 10:51 on December 31st, so New Year's Eve, and I'm thinking through, really what I want to accomplish in 2019 was talking with the kids, and here's what I have for you. So I have a personal goal over the next year to get control of my own heart health, and here's what I mean by that. So over the past year. I've been diagnosed with high cholesterol. It's borderline, I think it's 221 or something like that. Also, I've had elevated blood pressure. I think the highest I've had is like 138 over 98. And at one point, my resting heart rate just a week ago here was 93. So that's a little scary because men in my family die of heart disease or they have heart attacks. So both grandfathers had heart attacks in their 50s and early 60s. One is still living 30 years after his first heart attack. It's a killer in our family. So definitely worried about that. Why? Because right now I have 6 kids, so 15 down to 11 months old. I want to continue to be active with them and also my wife, Stephanie, and we want to do things and travel. At the same time, I have 2 businesses where we employ over 70 people. So a lot of responsibility there. And I really think it's, my responsibility to be in good health for that. So the other reason is this. I also had to get, for the business, had to get a life insurance policy, and they downgraded me from like the top. So a little bit of motivation there, kind of lit a fire under me, and just want to get rid of that, like not feeling in shape. And I think that happens with a lot of us, especially middle of life. If we have family, if we have kids, we get so involved with them, we kind of forget to put our own oxygen mask and take care of ourselves. So that's what this challenge is all about. And I'm going to be sharing it with you here for a couple of reasons. Number one is I'm going to share exactly everything that I do. So I've already been able to, we're going to take my blood pressure here in a second. I'm going to show you how I'm going to record it and how you can see that. But if you have heart issues, I think it's very easy from what I see in the research to reverse high blood pressure and really any sort of heart attack or stroke risk. So I'm going to show you exactly what the research says, where it says it, so you can look at it for yourself and how you can apply it and what happens to me, so that hopefully if you have a heart problem or a health problem, you're motivated to do everything that you can do to control it without unnecessary medications, injections, and surgery. Not that those things aren't helpful in emergency situations. It's just right now I'm trying to avoid that type of thing. And I think if you're watching this, you probably are as well. The other commitment that I'm going to make for you is I'm going to try to do this with the least amount of expensive equipment as possible. So I got this little blood pressure cuff. I'll link it for you, but I think it's like $20 that you can get an automatic blood pressure cuff for. Also, I'll be sharing books and research that I'm reading with you, and also anything that I make, any recipes that I share, which my wife is on board. She's really supportive of this, which is great. I'll share that with you, and I'll show you that it's not really that expensive to eat super healthy. So again, what it's going to do for you, it's hopefully going to inspire you. If there's something that you've been putting off in terms of taking care of yourself, you'll be able to do it. And I'll give you all the tools and resources that I'm using, and I'll show you the document here in a second. So the first thing that I want to share that I read and what motivated me is from this book, How Not to Die. I read it about a year ago, and then I went through, there's 2 chapters, How Not to Die of Heart Disease and How Not to Die of High Blood Pressure. They're awesome reads. They're very motivating, very similar, obviously very similar treatments for both, which is basically healthy eating and avoiding certain types of foods. And I've noticed in myself that if I eat the type of foods that it recommends, I tend to feel a lot better, and my blood pressure goes down immediately. It's actually pretty scary. When we start sharing numbers here, when I start sharing numbers with you, you're going to see how quick and easy it is to control your numbers. And I know many of the numbers that I'm sharing with you are like borderline, like they're not horrible. It's not like my cholesterol's 500, my resting blood sugar's not, in 300 plus or anything like that. My BMI is not horrible right now. 5'8", and I weigh, I think, 183. My last measurement, I'm going to be sharing that with you too. So these weight or the measurements aren't horrible. My vitals aren't atrocious, but they're like borderline bad. And I think many of us live there. And again, my goal out of this is not only for myself selfishly to be optimum as a husband, father, and business owner, employer, but also that it motivates you to do the same. So yeah, you can check out that book, How Not to Die. It's by Michael, I think you pronounce it Greger. He's a doctor. I believe he's up in New York. So I'm here in Pennsylvania, so he's not too far away. I watched a couple videos that he did. Very intelligent guy. I love his book as a physical therapist and science degree myself, like reading research all the time. Very well done, well constructed, super motivating. So awesome book. You check that out. Again, I'll link that for you in the show notes. And let me show you this doc that I'll be sharing with you that you'll have access to. So let me share my screen here. All right, you should be able to see this. So what we're going to do is every day I'll be recording morning, evening, blood pressure. Obviously, weight I'm not going to do every morning and evening, but every once in a while we'll be calculating my BMI. I'll do my blood glucose. I do that almost every morning anyhow. Resting heart rate, diet, etc. If I do anything miscellaneous, like if I do Wim Hof breathing, or I know once a quarter I go for Myers cocktail, which is a vitamin drip. I'll be sharing that with you as well. And I'll be full frontal transparency with anything that I'm spending or investing in for my own health. You get to see that. And if I do a doctor's visit and they approve, I'll record that for you as well. So right now we're going to do my blood pressure. This is pretty basic. Yeah, the other thing that we'll be doing is we grow food here. So I live on a farmette. We have not a huge area, but about 5,000 square feet to garden, and anything that I grow there, I'll be sharing that experience with you as well, especially as it relates here. Almost done. Great. So a little high. And I just had a bad meal, so I have to get really good here. So right now, my blood pressure, 144/99, not good at all. Actually got a yellow. Resting, or my pulse rate now is 80. So what I'll be doing is posting this in here. We can do that right now. And heart rate was 80 BPM. Great. So I'll be updating this every single day for you. You can follow it. If you're supportive, if you have questions or anything like that, be sure to post them and I'll answer them as best I can. Thanks a lot. I hope you have a great 2019, and I hope this motivates you to do anything that you want to do here in the new year and achieve it. So this is Chad Madden. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.